Hello guys, this is Santosh and welcome to Tech Design. So in this tutorial we are going to do this whatever the bottle or can, whatever you call. So we can do this by using a surface modeling. We also have a drawing for this. So one of my subscriber has shared this model to make in NX. So I'm just going to do it in surface modeling, and then we can just provide a thickness for this. So without wasting time, so let's get started. So now I'll just go to new file. So this is my new file. So let me keep it as it is and I'll just click OK. So now what I'll do is I'll just go to, you can see the drawing here. So this is a drawing for particular model, what we are going to do. So you can see the dimensions. So I'll just make it as in So let me go to sketch environment on this, plane. So here what I'll do is I'll just draw a rectangle. So with a center line. So this is just for a reference. The rectangle will not have any, application in us. So what I'll do is this is the dimension of 230.9. Okay. And here is this dimension. So this is 1237.7. Okay. So these are the two dimensions. So now as you can see here, these are the two dimensions that are mentioned here. And we can see here there is an arc of 800 mm and 350 mm. So let me draw those two arcs. So go to an arc and we can select a 3-point arc. So this is the one arc which is of 350 mm. Okay. And there is one more arc here which is of 800. Okay. So now what I will do is I'll just make a mirror of these two. So go to mirror and this should be mirrored with this. Click OK and again go to mirror. So this arc I'll be mirroring with this. Okay. So now what I'll do is whatever the center point of this arc should lie on this x-axis. So press C and point on a arc, point on a curve. So this point should lie on this x-axis, and in the same way this point should lie on this y-axis. Okay, so now whatever I'll just extend this by using the E command. So this is the extension, and now let me trim this lines. So these are the lines that we don't need, so I'm going to trim them. So now what we can do is we can just provide some dimension for this. So as you can see here, there is no dimensions that are given here. So let me give some dimensions. So I'll just hit D, and between these two, this it is 250 mm. Okay, and between these two, this point it is 150 mm. Okay, so now you can see here the sketch is fully constrained. So this is what the sketch we need, and we can just finish the sketch now. So go to finish sketch, and now what I'll do is so now here you can see the extrude of 240 mm. So let me give the 240 mm extrude here. Go to extrude and keep connected curves and switch off this and give this. So this should be 240 mm. Okay, and it should be sheet. So you can just give sheet and click OK. So this is the one sheet we have got. So now what I'll do is I'll just make this circle. As you can see here, this is the cylinder we need. So we have to create this cylinder, and then we have to make a curves to this particular base, and then we have to make a through curve mesh. So in order to do this, what I'll do is I'll just create one simple sketch for reference. So what I'll do is I'll just go to sketch environment on this plane, and here I'm going to draw two lines. So this is my one line, and there is one more line. Okay, and so now you can see here this line is having some dimensions. So this is of 65 degree with whatever the line, and then there is some dimensions are there. So we can just provide 65 degree now. So go to 65. This is 65. So we need to select an axis here. Okay, 65, and then we have a dimension here. So from this point to this point it is 94.92, Okay, and from this point to this edge it is 140. So now I need to extend this until this touches this line. So press E and extend this. So this I'll just make it as a construction line, and also from this line I'll just draw one more line. So this is perpendicular to this, and just give the dimension for this as 200. So why I'm drawing this line, I'll just tell you later. So now whatever this line we have drawn, that is for this circle. So whatever we have cylinders for this one. So what I will do is I'll just finish the sketch. And now, as I said you, this sketch is just for a reference. So we are not going to do any extrude or anything with this sketch. So now let me go to plane on this particular you know curve, and this should be percentage of arc at 0. Okay, so we can just click OK. So now go to sketch on this plane. So now as you can see, as soon as I select it, the coordinates are coming here, so that is not required for me. So I'll just go to new plane and select this plane, and my vector will be along this direction. Specify the point, so this point, and now we can click vertical and click OK. So now as you can see here, this is what we have. So here I'm going to draw this circle. So you can see here 61 diameter. So let me go to circle and draw this 61 diameter circle. So that's all. We can just finish the sketch. And now we need to extrude this. So we can see here there is a 20 mm of extrude. So let me go to extrude, and so it should be 20 mm along in reverse direction, and it should be a sheet, and you can just click OK. So now you can see here the whatever the base rectangle we have, that we have received, and we also got this cylinder. So now our main part comes. So we need to connect between these two by using through curve mesh. So before going into through curve mesh, we have to make a whatever the arcs we have here, 400 mm and 110 mm, and also this is 600 mm. So these four arcs we have to create. So what I'll do is I'll just go to sketcher environment. So go to sketch on this plane and click OK. So we don't want this. Okay, so now we need a point here, intersection point, through which we can create an arc. So what I'll do is I'll just go to insert, curve from curves, and intersection point. So I'm going to select this. So you can see the point is created. Click apply. In the same way we need on this one, click apply, and the same way we need here as well. Okay, so we can see here there are 4 points that are created, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we need to make a curve between these 2 points. So what I will do is I'll just hide everything whatever we have. So now you can see only 4 curves. So let me hide this sheet as well, and this plane and this sketch. So you can see here. So now if you see the drawing, this is 100 mm radius and 400 mm radius. So let us draw an arc here. This is 100 mm. Okay, so this is 400 mm. Okay, so now sketch is fully constrained. So we can switch on all these things, and we can finish the sketch. So these are the two curves that we can use for through curve mesh. In the same way we have to create here as well. So now I will tell you why we have created this particular what we can see the line. So we need a datum here which is normal to this line. So that is why we have created line here. So now let me go to an datum plane. So I'm going to select this, and this should be at 0 distance, and you can just click OK. So now go to sketch on this particular plane and can just click OK. So similarly, whatever we have done, we can do the same thing for this. So go to intersection point, insert curve from curves, intersection point, and select this. You can see the point. Click apply. Select here, so you can see the point. Click here and here as well. You can see. Okay. So all 4 points we have got. So now what we can do is we can switch on this sketch and everything, and we can create curves between these 2 points, and that whatever the radius we have is 600 mm. So go to arc, and we can also create one side and make a mirror of that. That is also possible. So 600 mm. Okay, so in the same way, I'm going to do it on this as well. Okay, so sketch is fully constrained. We can finish the sketch and switch on all these things. Okay, so we don't need this sketch anymore. We can just hide this sketch and even the plane also. So this plane also we can hide. So now we can see here whatever the curves we have got. So now we have to do through curve mesh. So go to surface modeling and through curve mesh. So this is the through curve mesh window, primary curves and cross curves. So whenever you are going to select any commands, say for example the swept or through curves or through curve mesh in surface modeling, it is very important how you select the curves. So just follow my instructions. So make sure some of the hints I'm going to give you. So what are the filter that you have here that matters a lot. So always keep it as a single curve and stop at intersection. So what it will do is it will not select the entire entity. You can see this is a complete circle, but if I select, only this will be selected, half of the circle, sorry, 25% of the circle will be selected. So in this way you can keep these two on and try to select them. So once this is selected, primary curves, now I will just add a new primary curve. Okay, either you can click here or you can just tap your wheel on the mouse. So I'll just hit new. Okay, so before going to do this, I have to give an edge blend over here. So otherwise our surface will not be proper. So you can see here in the top view, you can see the radius of 25. So let me give an edge blend here. Go to edge blend and it is of 25 mm and select this. Okay, click OK. So now we can go to through curve mesh and make sure this is single curve and stop at intersection is on. And now I'm going to select this curve, and now I'm going to select this curve. Okay, so now you can see here this is also one tip I can give you. So primary curves, when you are selecting two curves, both should be in the same direction. Now you can see here this is in this direction and the other curve is along this direction. So we have to reverse this. So go to reverse, and now you can see both are in same direction. So now let me go to cross curve, and now you can see here both the curves are selecting. So this is if you select this again the error will come. So we have to go here single curve and stop at intersection and select this curve, hit the middle button and select this. So now as you can see here this is the way how we can use through curve mesh. So we can just click apply. So in the same way we have to do for all the other things. So single curve and stop at intersection is on. So I'm going to select this and middle button, and I'm going to select this edge and make sure these two are same direction. So reverse this direction. So now it is good, and go to cross curves and select this cross curve and this cross curve. Okay, so we can just click OK. So in the same way we have to do it for this as well. So through curve mesh, and also one more tip is you can see here. So you can see here, this is the vector you can see along this direction. So it means that the first primary curve should be cross curve should be this one. So you cannot give this one. So what I'll do is I'll just give this as a cross curve and this is as a second cross curve. Okay, you can just click OK. So now as you can see here, we got this. Okay, so now what we have left is we have to sieve all this sheet metal items here. So before going to do that, let me make a bonded plane for this. We can also make this bonded plane later. So I'll just sieve this, go to sieve and select one sheet and select all the sheets and it will be sieved. So now let me go to bonded plane. So go to insert surface and here is the bonded plane, and this now it is also stop at intersection. Okay, so it is closed. So now you can see the drawing here. We have a radius here which is of edge blend, which is of 25 mm. So let us do that. Go to home and edge blend and it is 25 mm. So looks like 25 mm is too much, so let me reduce it. Okay, so patches can be created, so let me give 20. Okay, and just click OK. So now what I'll do is I'll just sieve this whatever the bottom sheet we have. So go to surface and sieve this sheet should be sieved this complete with this one. So now what we have here is we need to provide a thickness here. So whatever the model that is completed now, so we need to provide a thickness. So what we can do is we can give a thickness. You can see here the bottom side is 15 mm and the side is 2 mm. So what we'll do is we can give two thickness. So the first thickness is 2 mm and this is 0, and now going to select this. It should be inside and you can just click OK. So now again go to thickness and here thickness, and you can select a single face and bottom face. So this is 15 mm and it should be inside. You can just click OK. So now all the sides are done. So we can just hit Ctrl W and switch off this sheet, and you can see this is different body and this is different body. So what we can do is we can just go to unite. So unite these two. Okay, so now it is united. Now once it is united, you can see here there is a 12 mm of radius, so we can just provide the 12 mm of edge blend here. So this is 12 mm and you can just click OK. So now hit Ctrl W and hide everything, only show solid bodies. So now as you can see here, this is the model that we have created. So also as you can see here, one tip I can able to give you. So you can see here the surface is going inside and coming outside. So this should be smooth. So in order to do that, what I can do is I'll just make through curves as current feature. And now what I'll do is this is my first through curve, and in the second through curve what we can do is we need to give tangency for this curve. So what is this curve? Let me see the curve. Okay, so what I will do is we can just give an tangency here. So first curve, this is the tangency, so we can just provide a tangency over here. So once this tangency is given, so you can see here this will maintain a tangents between these two surfaces. So similarly like that you can do for all the surfaces, so that whatever the things that we can see here, so this will be avoided. So now let me update this until the last. Okay, so this is how we can make this model, guys. So if you have any doubts, please comment in the section below, so I'll try to answer. Thank you, guys.